All right, so it's day 2 of the 125-gallon Aquascape build. As you know, we were tearing down my fish room, taking 3 tanks and putting them all into one. And Kyle and I found a good stopping point yesterday with the hardscape complete. Today, we're gonna add some finishing touches, throw all the plants in, and hopefully get the fish in so we can give you some beautiful finishing shots. And before we get started really tearing down those aquascapes, Kyle and I got some accent gravel here, and we're gonna finish off the hardscape. I always say, if you have just random gravel, all that's gonna do is really help break apart the wood and the rocks here, and it just throws in a bunch of extra detail. And I always recommend with scatter gravel to just chuck it in there and let it fall. If you're really meticulous about it, you're gonna drive yourself crazy because it will end up moving, fish will end up disturbing, plants will end up covering it. So really you just wanna take it and just let it fall in the tank, and it truly just pulls the whole scape together. So we're gonna add probably a good amount of handfuls and see where we're at and then get planted. Okay, so yeah, tell me which one you want. Do you want this one or this one?
I'll take this one.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Or well, let's pull some Monstera.
Figure that out
first, and figure that out, and
okay.
then we can both just
yeah, because that's probably going to be a team effort there.
Smacking on the big stuff.
I guess take the light off, you think? Or is it's all going to collapse, but that's fine with me.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry,
Feel free to tear it. Yeah,
sorry,
you're
baby.
good, dude. Dang.
Nice.
That thing is huge.
Wow.
Show that on camera. That's almost as big as you, dude.
That's a lot of plant.
That would be perfect in that corner.
That's nice.
Maybe point it off the tank.
So,
I don't know. You're good
you
with
come
plants.
over here. All right. Okay. Fine.
I'll bring one over so we can match it.
Actually,
is beautiful.
Kind of sits just like that. It's out
Yeah.
on the rim.
And
It's
that'll
chilling.
give us room
The
to put
root
in
that
our stuff.
was, dude, that almost just lay it right back where it used to be.
Yeah, you're not even. Don't even.
Is that okay?
That's beautiful.
Cool.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this aerial root.
Yeah. honestly, this might be worth getting rid of. Maybe. See if it'll go up without pulling anything off, but that kind of see that getting in the way.
Let's just take it off.
Just like that?
Just like that. Oh, and that's giving it so much support right here with the aerial roots.
It's there.
I mean,
it's there.
That works for me. Does it work for you guys? Because I think that looks awesome. So maybe come in through this hole and have it rest right here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now do your thing. Come through the top, baby.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Just in a weird way. Just in a weird way.
You.
I'm a weird cat.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm getting excited now. It's all coming together. Oh yeah, and it can go right up along this one right here. Shit. It's okay, Monstera. Don't crack and crook them. You're okay. Because I'm also worried that these are so big.
It's a lot.
They're gonna shade the whole tank. Because like. Let's just play around with it. See what we can come up with here. I like it, but I think yours is smaller and it might work better.
This one here?
Yeah.
That's okay to do.
That's all right to do.
We think that's okay.
It's okay.
No one's hurting any plants here.
We love plants here. What if we have it like... Where does my brain see this in? No, it's onto something. That just looks kind of wonk. Dang, the peace lilies might have to go. So something good with plants is you just want to find a good place to wedge them. One of my most frequently asked questions on all my reels on Instagram and TikTok is how do you place these plants in here? And I might even cut this up to be a reel, but realistically, don't overthink it. You just want to have the roots completely cleaned off from any soil, and you just want to place it in the water column. And I get questions on how far do you want the stem to go. Realistically, you want to aim to just have roots in the water like so, but some plants like these peace lilies actually can do fairly well with most of their root ball in the water column. At the end of the day, it's all an experiment. If you see your leaves kind of getting sad or yellowing, or the plant just not doing good, either just raise the plant up more or try a different one. Sometimes plants just die and they don't like converting to water growth, but just do your best, keep an eye on it. If it's doing good, you did it right. If you didn't do it good, don't beat yourself up. Plants die, it happens. But just at the end of the day, have fun with it and let the roots grow into the water. I really like that.
Nice.
How are you guys feeling about that?
It's good. It's really full, but it's nice. I think Max was right. I think we should leave this one fully open.
Yeah.
Because then you're just gonna have the major plant growth over here. We should put a lot of the lower light stuff over there.
Yeah, just make this crypt.
Yeah.
All along the base. Should we put the filters on? Or just wait?
If you're sure we've got space over there, I think we should leave them on there as long as possible so that they're off and not moving for as little time as possible.
Okay, cool. Let's do that then. So right now the fun begins. We got Kyle on the 75-gallon Anubis Mountain. We have myself on the 55-gallon tank. And what we're going to be doing is strategically tearing these apart. We have 3 different buckets down here. We're going to do one bucket for each plant type. So we mainly have Anubis crypts and some more Val and just random one-off plants. And what we're going to be doing is doing our best to take the plants out. And then we're going to take the hardscape out. And then hopefully once the filters clear up the water after disturbing it, we're going to be able to catch all of our fish, put them into our brute bucket here. So then we can just go to town planting from the plant specific buckets and let the fish be so they're in filtered, oxygenated water while we're planting. I don't see planting taking more than 2 hours, but we're just going to have fun with it. Like I said, there's no real plan. We're just kind of going at it the best we can, and I'm looking forward to it. Just for a little heads up, this Anubis Mountain tank has been set up for almost 3 years, a little bit over 3 years. So there's going to be a lot of shrimp, a lot of plant growth. It's sad seeing it come down because it was my first ever true aquascape. But knowing that all of this is going into an amazing, 6 foot, 125 gallon definitely makes up for it. So I'm excited to see these come down and see what we can turn the fish room into. So yeah, Kyle, are we ready?
We're ready, man.
We're ready, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's do it. Oh, we have some lilies back here. They're growing. Have you seen Big Blue Phantom back there? Is he doing okay?
I haven't seen it today.
Okay. Dude, this is gonna be a crypt jungle. I am so excited to see all this planted, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, dude.
I'm really happy we got all the nutrients in there because all these are definitely gonna need it. So, as you can see, we kind of tore my fish room into an absolute disaster, but there is an astonishing amount of plants. It's hard to really conceptualize how many plants you have when they're all kind of growing in the tanks in their proper places. But when you pull them all out, man, oh man, we have literally a half-gallon bucket full of huge Anubis. We have a half-gallon bucket full of ferns and crypts. We have 2 full buckets of Val. And we have just, these are some plants that aren't looking too good. As you can see, blackbeard algae kind of took over. If we need these plants, what I'm gonna do, like I said earlier, is we're gonna take some bleach and RO water, dunk them just their leaves, and hopefully that'll be able to kill off some of that blackbeard algae. But at this point, I doubt we're gonna be picky with our plants. We have so many of them. I think the plan is, if Kyle's all right with it, we're gonna work from back of the tank forward, and we're gonna put the biggest plants, like the val, in the back of the tank, end to end. We're gonna grab some huge crypts and place those in. And anywhere there's a glue point on that wood, we're gonna be gluing Anubis. And I'm pretty sure that tank's gonna look like a mature jungle when we're done with it. I'm thinking we just, the whole entire back column we opened up, just
As much
plant
val as we can get back there?
possible val.
Cool.
And try to plant the big ones. but
Let's
they're
at
all
least
together.
go figure out where we're going to have the intakes and returns for the filters, so we know which kind of areas to stay away
Do you
from.
want to put those in now, or leave it running to clear the
We
tank
got
up?
we got to keep them running, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's going to be another 2 hours of planting. Yeah,
So my 5 hours was spot on.
yeah. Ideally, like if these were my filters, I wouldn't want them not running for more than like 30 minutes.
Fair.
Yeah. An hour is, I think, the safe time, but I wouldn't want it any more than like 30 minutes to an hour if possible. What do you use for your dechlorinator?
Fritz.
Okay.
Yeah. I get it by the gallon,
Nice.
and it lasts forever.
Heck yeah.
It's got what the plants crave.
It's got the plant grid, yeah.
Electrolytes.
It's wild how much that movie's coming back.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, it's cyclical.
yeah.
The snails are going to be a problem.
No.
I have a football team of assassins.
Okay, good.
The
I hope
assassins
so,
will be the
because I don't
problem.
want any freaking mollies in here. I'm done.
No
The
mollies.
mollies are on my last.
No mollies will be making it over. Okay, I know what you're talking
Mid-plant
about.
update. Mid-plant update. We were able to plant majority of the val. We're slowly realizing that this is going to be a massive planted forest that's going to consume plant fertilizer. But we're just having so much fun. I've never been able to plant a tank before where you have an excess of plants. And as you can see, I'm at a loss for words how it looks. Right now, Kyle and I are going to town with the crypts. And just being able to pick and choose the best ones is so much fun. As you can see, there's 6 to 7 foot long val blades, and it's going to be awesome. I just think this is probably going to be one of the coolest tanks I've personally ever done and seen. I mean, just one of these crypts is this long, and we haven't even gotten to Anubis yet. So once we get the ground completely covered, I told Kyle that the goal is I barely want to see any of this substrate. I literally just want it to be a forest of plants. And most likely the hardscape will get covered and gone, but just having bits and pieces of it poke through is gonna be incredible. So we're gonna keep this going and see where we land.
That looks really comfortable, the position you're in right now, Trevor.
Dude, it's amazing. I'm just really happy that my physical therapy is helping, so my shoulder doesn't feel like it's gonna pop out right now.
That's good.
Yesterday when we were moving the trellis, I thought it might. When we were at
Jeez,
that
really?
really high point,
Yeah.
but it's doing better. Okay, Kyle, I'm gonna let you go to town on the crypts whenever because we can still fill all this. front area.
Yeah, we can still fill a
Go
lot.
to town. I'm gonna start working on here. Use these tweezers; they're amazing. And I'm gonna get Anubis going.
Okay.
I think I just killed a couple snails.
Dude, Kyle popped one on his
You
foot,
know.
and there was blood smear. Look at this. Anubis as big as my face. Because Anubis can be in low light.
Yeah.
It'll do all right in low light. So right here. Oh my God, this is gonna be so cool.
Oh, sorry, snails.
Dude, everywhere we go is just crunch. I thought they were in Arizona. Why does it sound like they're walking on fresh snow?
How's it going?
It's going great. We're almost done. I was just talking to Kyle and thanking him because being able to separate them all into separate buckets and knowing like this is the Anubis bucket, this is the val bucket, this is the stem plant bucket, just made this a breeze. And then also knowing that Kyle is a really good aquascaper and he knows what he's doing. I could work on this side, he can work on that side. We know kind of how all these plants are supposed to be placed and look. And we were able to make it through, I would say 90% of the plants.
Most of them got in here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there were some plants that are just too covered with algae in this bucket. We don't have to look at it, obviously, but
The shame.
I just don't want to risk a huge blackbeard algae infestation into this tank because it's so beautiful, and mostly all the plants we put in here don't have any algae on them. So it would just kind of be extra plants, kind of be a waste. So we're just gonna toss a good amount of plants, which is sad, but looking at what we have, there's no reason to be sad. This thing is gonna be gorgeous. I'm excited to get it filled up, and I think it's gonna be one of the best scapes we've ever done. So we're gonna do some cleaning up, and we'll do a nice little fill up shot. We'll get the filters hooked on and get the fish in there, and have some lunch, come back, get some nice shots of it all cleared up. Can't wait for you guys to see it, so stay tuned. Oh, you got them.
That's Molly's. That's keep fish so far.
You're amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of babies in there. All right, cool. So basically, Kyle, like I always say, is a pro at catching fish. I'm not even gonna try to be as good as he is. So what he's doing right now is we're transferring out the 55-gallon fish into 2 separate buckets. We got a molly bucket and then a keep bucket. The mollies are gonna be going over to a fish store to be donated to whoever wants them. I'm just kind of done with mollies. They breed way too fast, and the way they interact with food and other fish is just not peaceful or calm, in my opinion. And I want this tank to be just serenity. I want it to be just calm, pretty fish that interact really well with each other and school really nicely. Mollies are awesome for eating algae, and I'll always give them that. But beyond that, they're just kind of annoying. They breed way too fast, and if they were in that 125, there would easily be 500 mollies in the next 3 months, and I just do not want that. So I want it to be cool, pretty fish. So right now we're gonna start draining and catching the fish in the 55, and then once we get to the 75, that's gonna be more of a challenge because there's a lot more types of fish, and there's a lot of shrimp in there that we want to go into that tank. So yeah, and then on top of that, we want to save as much of this really good cycled fish water to put in the 125. Dang, all the freaking molly babies are wild. So right now we're at a point where we're getting majority of the fish water put into the 125. So we're gonna start getting these filters secured to the tank. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle, but being able to get 2 FX6s that are fully cycled into the 125 is not only gonna ensure the health of all of our fish, but it's also gonna help the plants just not have any, skip or doubt in them doing well. And it'll just help having 2 FX6s with all those plants. Having the flow in there is gonna be perfect. So I just got this one unplugged. We'll go get it fitted and see if we can get that turning on. I think we're good. I just want to make sure I don't crush any of the valve. Dang, we did the substrate perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing what I can since I know that's all that is.
Yeah, pretty much any scoop I can take where I know it's just gonna be mollies, dude, I'm gonna do it. Shrimp. Molly.
Fish are going in.
Fish are going in. Look at him go. Woo! Never see him again. Right behind you, buddy. Fish just look so sad when they're out of water.
Come on. This is gonna be like a lot all at once. They're all sitting at the bottom, dude. Here it comes. Sorry.
Bunch of snails.
Dude, yeah. There was like one Corey. Oh god, the autos. Autos. Shrimps.
Hey Kyle, while we work on the plants in the plant wall, can Mariah use your net to catch shrimps?
Yeah, of course.
She doesn't want to let them go.
Of course. Yeah, my tank at home is it's like technically like 120 gallon tank, but it's different plants. You know, it's stem plants.
Well, yeah, like
I've never
CO2
done,
heavy plants.
Yeah. I've never done these types of plants before.
Dang.
Dude, that's pretty nice like that.
That's pretty nice, yeah. Then I might get one clipped right here.
Had you already moved this to where you wanted it?
Kinda.
Okay.
You feel free to change it. It's a little tight on the trellis itself, which worries me.
Okay.
But if you feel like there's a better spot, move it.
No, that looks perfect. I think you've got them in the right spots.
All right, we're ready?
Yeah.
All right, well, after 2 full days, I think it was about 6 to 8 hour days, Saturday, Sunday, we were able to tear down all 3 tanks and make a massive 125 gallon planted aquascape. I had no idea it was gonna look this good. Kyle and I absolutely killed it. I could not have done it without his help. I think my absolute favorite part of the build so far is just the variety of fish in here. We were just sitting here watching it for a little bit, and there's so much action and so many different personalities in here. We were able to get hundreds of shrimp in here as well. So I think sitting down and watching this tank is gonna be a pleasure. But I just wanted to share. Kyle, thank you so much for helping me out with this build, man. I could not have done it without you. I wanted to ask Kyle, what was your favorite part and least favorite part of the build?
I think my favorite part was just having all these plants ready to go. Not having to choose anything, adjust anything. It was all used to the water. And then my least favorite part was moving the trellis over. I was just sure it was going to break apart on us and we were going to have to rebuild it. But it went well. Everything went well. It's hope it stays well.
We did it, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Kyle.
Of course.
Thank you guys for following along another crazy aquascaping journey. This is going to be the stepping point of us turning my fish room into more of a tutorial-rich tank environment. So definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you watch Kyle and I tear apart 3 tanks and make a mega aquascape. And as always, have an amazing day, and thank you so much for watching, guys.